What's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review, and this is of Moonfall. Movie released, I think it was 2000. Shit, I don't remember when it was released. I don't know. I'll put when it was released in the title. Um, and in our little marathon thing here with this movie, Noah said it was going to be the shitty one. And honestly, for the first half of the movie, I didn't believe him. But the second half, well, then I believed him. You know, I always said in the last movie review about Between the Two Ferns about how that movie started off really weird and awkward and like not off to a good start, but ended on a good note. This one did the opposite. It started on a good note and not so good. Ended on a note. I don't know what the main purpose of making this movie was. Because how I see it, right? This movie was definitely seemed that it was trying to prove a conspiracy theory, or at least get their point of a conspiracy theory across. And that conspiracy theory, if you don't want to know, is that the moon is this big megastructure built by prehistoric humans that look and act like us, who invent. Okay, so how do I even describe this? So they built the AI, so like humans made AI. And then AI turned against them. So to defend against the AI, they build these megastructures and launch them out into space so that one day humans could come back and stay in peace. And the only one that made it was the moon, our moon. And so the moon is this big megastructure, and there's an AI trying to attack it, to take it over. And so then they have to try and eradicate it with an EMP. And this motherfucker, literally the reason why it detects organic life. Like, that's my best representation of what this movie was about, or what it was trying to prove, I guess. Because it's a definite trying to prove a conspiracy theory. That I can tell you. Because there were many points in the movie where they were trying to get the point across, portraying that this guy was acting crazy, didn't know what he was talking about, and then later is seen as the right guy. But it did seem okay. So the first half of the movie seemed okay. Like, the first part was like the theory that the moon was like off orbit, and there was a mega structure, and something was going on. That part, it's out there. It's definitely past any scientific possibility, but it's not like way out there, like fucking humans created this, went extinct, but made this to get reincarnated back out of extinction, and then they have to defend it against ancient AI using a fucking EMP that they launch into the middle of the fucking moon while it's going oval-like orbit around the Earth, depleting the world's oxygen and fucking up gravity to the point where the Earth is fucking destroyed, and somehow everything's okay at the end. Like, that's what the fuck. It just gets way too out there. Like, they get these holograms inside that explain the whole theory. They run out of air and die, and then all of a sudden they just come back to life. Their ship gets transformed from like an old like rocket to a fucking Star Wars ship. We literally get fucking Star Wars at some point in this movie. And then you throw in some of this other bullshit behind all these monumental blunders or stuff that would already make a movie pretty weird. Not the greatest movie. It drags on. The last 45 minutes to an hour of the movie just drags on. It did not need to be there at all. There's an unnecessary side plot with the astronaut's son, who's like his first line in the movie is, "I hate New Jersey." Sure, everybody hates New Jersey. We don't need to know that. And then we get him later in the movie when he goes to fucking prison because he, I think, stole a car or some shit. I don't fucking remember. He goes to prison, and then there's like this whole like collaborative effort between this astronaut and the president and the leader of NASA, who are married, by the way, or at least they were married, they have a kid. And then there's like a whole effort to get this guy out of prison for no reason other than that he could drive the car. Like, what the fuck? Like, it just doesn't make really any sense to me about that. And there's like this whole thing about it's introduced way too late into the movie. First of all, introduced way too late. And it just really does not serve a purpose other than to protect all the side characters, who most of them didn't even have really a role, other than to answer the fucking phone, which was like one of the most important things for these side characters. They had to answer the phone to call the President of the United States or the leader of NASA, who's in space. Yeah. It really just didn't make a lot of sense why they decided to go so long for really no reason other than just to make the movie weird. It just drags on so much. And look, I mean, you gotta take some real accountability here. Why the fuck? This just seems like a movie that was made by Alex Jones for realism here. It just seems like made by Alex Jones. This is an Alex Jones type of conspiracy here. Okay. It just does not make any sense. I don't really know what else to say about it. There's really, I mean, like, there's a thing with them trying to nuke the moon, and there's a thing about, like, there's like a dad who's like the stepdad. He's like a Lexus dealer, and he becomes like this hero, and we're just supposed to root for the guy because he died, even though he was pretty much a big asshole through most of the movie. It just doesn't work. It looks cool. Some of the effects were pretty cool, I thought. You know, them with the moon flying around and whatnot. Sure, it looked okay, but like, why? It's just hard to appreciate any like the actual effects or anything when there's fucking, like, they're trying to prove the theory that the moon is a megastructure built by AI and it's trying to kill us all. And you know, then you try to copy Star Wars, throw a little Star Wars action in there near the end, and you lost all my credibility. You lost all the credibility for me. That's for sure. So that's my review of Moonfall. Final score, probably I can't give it more than a 4 out of 10. I can't give it more than 4 out of 10. Whoever made this movie, if you have a conspiracy theory, just go on TV or make a YouTube video. Don't hire all these poor actors who had to go through this shit just to prove your point. Okay? Just don't. But yeah, that's going to do it for my review of Moonfall. Stay tuned. If you've ever seen this movie, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.